And Canada just holding on, really. Another poor quarter for them. 16-8. The Americans outscored them. And we've had a 15-point swing in the last two quarters towards the Americans.
Absolutely. You can see there two quarters of elite scoring, one by the USA, one by Canada. And then USA with a really good quarter, very confident quarter going into the fourth quarter. So we'll see if they can keep up the pressure or if Canada can make the right adjustments.
But the problem for Canada is 4 fouls done at McLaughlin.
Absolutely. If you can't keep your best player in the game, probably not standing a lot of chance of winning this game. But Janet, a very smart player. She's been to a Paralympics before. She understands pressure, and she really, really wants to make the podium badly. It is always tough to see two perennial powerhouses like USA and Canada in a quarterfinal elimination when they're so used to playing for medals.
But they found it tricky in the group stage. And both teams a very good field goal percentage. And there's little between these two sides, but the momentum and the shift is with the US.
Yeah, absolutely. And Canada has been a little shakier from the free throw line than they started out with. And those small points from the free throw line matter, especially when you can score with the time stopped.
And there's the strain on the face of Dave Kiley, the American coach. 18 points for Desi Miller so far. A fine all-round performance. And McLaughlin and Oulet have scored 37 of the Canadians' 41 points.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't seen as much from Katie Harnick, but you notice the U.S. coach at the half did say they're really trying to lock down Katie because they feel like she's the key to opening things up. We'll see in the fourth quarter if Katie can step it up and knock down the jumpers that Canada knows she can.
Miller brings up 20 points. Oulet. Harnick. Has to be soon. And here's Murray again. And now Miller. Nichols unable to recover the offensive rebound.
USA doing a great job in transition. Canada tries to set a back pick. They easily crossed that out, and they got the advantage. So that's sort of the downfall of trying to go back and back pick. If you're not able to hold the back pick or you're not quite fast enough, they can really take advantage and get you back picked.
Miller again. This time she scores.
Miller, absolutely the hot hand right now.
McLaughlin. Ferguson.
First easy hoop for Canada in quite a while.
And that's the problem for them. They're having to fight for every single point. Murray. Miller. And here's Oulet again, carrying the fight to the Americans, almost on her own at times. Drives into Hunter and loses the ball. Murray. Nichols. And it's Miller again.
USA absolutely feeding the hot hand here.
But Canada's hot hand has got cold because of too many fouls, and that's the problem for them.
Absolutely. I think you can see Janet on the sideline there ready to come back in. But Johnson's had enough.
They may as well go for broke now, 8 points down with the clock ticking.
I totally agree with you.
It's turnover again, though. Oulet giving the ball away to Murray. Miller. Schneider got the ball away in time, but the Americans recover. They were more alert there inside the paint. Murray. Nichols. And that really is a bonus basket.
Absolutely. Work hard for the rebound, execute. DeMoss tries to get out there and make a great play, but double jump because she is a threat, and roll to the hoop for Nichols.
10-point lead now, and Bill Johnson calls a Canadian timeout.
Both good points from both coaches. Coach Johnson really trying to elevate their energy. That's something Canada has sorely lacked right now. And USA, great point from their defensive coach. Really make chair contact, stop chairs, then get off, readjust, and we'll be successful. Those are keys for both sides.
And this is Rebecca Murray. 10 points for her. She scored the opening 6 for the US way back in the first quarter, but she's been providing the assists. 9 assists so far, the most in the game. Oulet not dropping for Canada now.
Definitely raised a good point. Murray used to being a scoring producer, but she's looking to assist in this game because she can see that Miller is able to take over, do a great job down the stretch. It'll open up for her if she's patient.
Schneider. No way forward for Oulet, but that was good wheel work there. McLaughlin offering support. In the end, she's the decoy. Harnack. McLaughlin. Well, I need plenty more from her. 8-point game still. And the odds still with the US here. And they're winding down the clock now, using up all 25 seconds. And it's scrappy in the end.
McLaughlin making a great defensive play on that end to close out, turn her back, but not back in. You see it here on the camera. Perfect. Great reach and extension, and she creates this offensive transition.
And Harnack drawing the foul from Hunter for the Canadians, but they're still a long way from the American basket. Oulet. McLaughlin. And the clock ticks on for the Canadians. Murray.
Canada doing a really good job here of pushing USA wide and making a lot of tough shots for them.
Schneider, not tough enough though on that occasion. But while they're doing that, they're also eating up the clock for themselves.
They absolutely are. It's tough. You want to play aggressive in this situation, but your best defensive, your length of your defense really is unable to take some risks for you.
Schneider. Murray. Ferguson with the defensive rebound. McLaughlin. No one to pass to. Eventually it's Vigelandhart. Oulet. Maybe it's time for a three-pointer.
Tough take there from Cindy Ouellette.
And now Murray. And the US here just eating up the clock all the time. Ouellette. Schneider just holding her up. And a timeout is called. And the Canadians having to work extremely hard here just to get anywhere near the American key.
Absolutely. They're sort of falling into the pitfall of pressure right now and trying to dribble out of the press, whereas early in the game they really were successful passing around the press and getting lob shots in and out.
Dave Kiley calling the American timeout, 3:38 to go. Seems that attack is the best form of defense for Dave Kiley.
Absolutely. That's USA basketball. You want to push it hard, push it fast, and create mistakes for your opponent. And that's what they do best, is lay the pressure on late in the game.
Schneider with 13 points. Only Miller scored more for the Americans so far. Murray. Schneider underneath Nichols, and again.
Foul on the rebound there by Tracy Ferguson.
So the Americans will get the ball back and another 25 seconds to take off the clock should they need to. Miller, they don't bother, they just open up a 12-point lead.
Absolutely, she's got a laser eye on the basket right now.
Ouellette. Ferguson. McLaughlin caught up in traffic at the top of your picture, so Ferguson goes herself. And Hunter fouls her.
The Canadians looking for a clear path foul there. They felt that Tracy Ferguson was in front and then was fouled with no other defender in front of her. The rule is actually that the player has to be clearly in front. They were playing defense from the side, cut in. It's just a normal foul. The referee's getting it right there.
Ouellette doesn't trouble the ring at all.
Canada opting to press here to try and take USA out of their rhythm.
Got a timeout called again, I think. No, it's just interchanges this time.
Jacques and Ohama into the game there. Can eat up some quick fouls for Canada because they haven't been in the game yet. Get the foul count up. USA will shoot, and hopefully Canada will get rebounds.
But where will Canada ultimately look back on this game and think, where did they lose it?
Well, I think that they lose it in their key is Janet. And with her spending as much time as she did on the bench, it's really hard for them to keep their flow going. And they did have quite a good flow in the first quarter and a half. But as soon as the foul trouble starts, that's where you can look. You really can't say that any of those were cheap fouls or anything like that. They were definitely earned. But yeah, it's unfortunate. It's something Janet can work on, is just perfecting her defense as much as she's perfected her offense.
Ouellette now pulled up. The foul by Desi Miller, or rather the foul on Desi Miller. So the Americans have it, but then it's stolen.
Veteran Ohama there with a great steal.
Underneath is Jacques. McLaughlin.
No, Jacques, great effort to get to the hoop there and control her own rebound as one of the smallest players on the floor and get it to their biggest player on the floor.
Jacques only 20, Ohama 47. The youngest and oldest players in this Canadian team. But Miller now drawing the foul from Jacques.
And now Canada back to their original lineup. Ohama and Jacques definitely served their purpose in that game. Great job of fouling without getting an unsportsmanlike foul.
If this one doesn't go in, all eyes on the rebound here. Canada need to pick it up. But they don't. It's Nichols and then McLaughlin.
A great hustle play by Ferguson to get that rebound loose.
Ouellette. All the way through, but she doesn't find the finish.
Smart to foul quickly there. I'm going to save as much clock as possible.
And you can see the frustration there. Earlier on in the first quarter, she was scoring those at will, but not now.
Absolutely. Time to refocus here and really bear down in the last 2 minutes.
Murray's not scored for a long time, but she has now. And it's 2. It's a 12-point lead.
Again, Canada can later come back to the amount of fouls that they do have in the game and how well USA executed from the free throw line.
Ouellette misses again. The Canadians know now the game is up. Vigeland-Hart with her 4th foul. Alana Nichols, the recipient. And it just shows you can recover if you have your bad quarter in the first quarter.
Absolutely. You have a whole game to sort of re-strategize. USA did a great job of refocusing and executing down the stretch. But, yeah, unfortunately, Canada hasn't had the best last couple quarters.
No, they led 21-10, but then lost 19-12, 16-8, and currently they trail 14-6 in the final quarter. McLaughlin, one final defiant swipe from her.
Absolutely. This is what you're really looking for now down the stretch. Can your best players take over and bring you back into the game? Again, Jacques and Ohama into the game.
27 points for Janet McLaughlin, but it's going to be in a losing cause.
Great quick foul by Mojak.
So the Americans keep going back to the line here. Miller looking for 27 and 28 points. It'll just be 27 if she scores the next one.
Well, if she does miss, Canada will be very fortunate because they did foul the best shooter on the floor right now. Always looking to try and foul the least quality shooter on the floor.
Well, they are lucky, and they get the rebound. Harnack.
There's the 8-second backcourt violation.
And that really hurts the Canadians.
It absolutely does. 8-second calls are a big momentum killer.
Ohama coming back in for Harnack for the Canadians, but it's all going to be in vain now.
USA doing a great job of executing their inbound passes and getting it to their best free throw shooters first, not giving Canada a chance to really foul somebody who hasn't been at the line very much or taken a lot of shots.
Vigeland-Hart fouled out. So as things stand, Canada will finish with the top scorer, but no place in the semi-finals. And Canada call the timeout. And what can Bill Johnson say now?
I think Bill is going to try and motivate them a lot, and also work off some set plays that they're going to be able to see on the floor and go for threes here.
And plenty of them. Apart from McLaughlin, who's got the best reach at a potential three-pointer?
I'll look for Katie and Janet here on any of these set plays. And a lot of decoy work, I would think, for Janet to be the decoy and Katie to be the shooter. Katie is quite a clutch three-point shooter. Also, Oulette has the range.
Well, they need them, and they need them very soon. But they also have to prevent people like Rebecca Murray getting the ball.
Yeah, the last thing you want at the end of a game is for USA's best shooter to get hot late.
McLaughlin. It will turn out to be a pass for Olay. But you can't find McLaughlin again. And the ball turned over by the Canadians. And then the foul.
Really lucky there that Tracy Ferguson didn't get an unsportsmanlike foul. She played definitely the chair and not the ball, and that's what the referees are to be looking for when players are fouling, whether it's unsportsmanlike or whether it's a fair foul play on the ball.
So Nichols gets the first. And it's all over, a 14-point lead. Another timeout called.
USA doing a fantastic job of icing the game down the stretch here. They are terrific from the free throw line and executing all their inbound plays exactly the way the coach is drawing them up.
And currently, Canada have only scored 16 points in the second half.
Yeah, it's tough to win when your shooting percentage dwindles that much.
But Dave Carley and his players can look forward to Australia in the semi-finals. They overcame Mexico as anticipated, 62-37.
USA will be a really good matchup for Australia. Both are fast, quick teams. Both have a couple of really key players, like Miller for USA, Kobe Crispin for Australia. Both of them will match up very, very well against each other.
And the shooting percentage for the Canadians, 38%, 21 for 55. Not too bad. I mean, the Americans, 43%, 24 for 56.
Absolutely. It has been the USA executing a lot more shots in the paint, though, and that has been a big difference in this game. Canada, without Janet, didn't really get in the paint.
Castle now sent to the line. Oulette with the foul. Defensive rebound, or rather offensive rebound for Murray. Miller. McLaughlin. Maybe one final time for Oulette. Comprehensively upended there as she clashed with Castle.
Absolutely. Had to make a small adjustment there to catch the pass from Janet. Didn't let her keep that step that she had on Castle there.
And that's good to see.
Good sportsmanship. A lot of these players play against each other all the time. Many of them play in the U.S. College League against each other. And so they have tremendous respect for one another.
A half century brought up by Oulette for Canada, but too little too late here. 18 points for Ouellette.
50 seconds left. Coach Johnson still opting to play the foul game a little bit here, seeing if he can chip back in, but it is a little far out of reach now. But also a great confidence booster for players like Mojak, who are very young on the team and will be progressing into their next Paralympics and many to come.
But also another problem for Canada. McLaughlin and Ouellette have scored 45 of their 51 points.
Absolutely. Balanced scoring is the key to wheelchair basketball. Obviously, every team has their star players, but you'll notice that other players will score. Canada gets a big percentage of their offense between those two players. Unfortunately, Katie has really been shut out of this scoreboard, but she's actually played a really terrific game and dealt with a lot of pressure from USA. And smart move on USA's part to identify her as the key to opening up Canada's offense.
Hunter. And there is the chance underneath. Woodson-Smith. And the Americans have supported Miller. 15 from Schneider, 12 from Murray. 3-point effort from McLaughlin.
Fouled from beyond the arc here, so 3 shots with the time stop. Advantageous for Canada.
4 fouls for Castle.
Jenna going for the intentional miss there to try and create a extra play for Team Canada, but unfortunately coming up with the air ball. So we'll get a sideline inbound here for USA.
And the USA calling a timeout.
You guys all have to be on, so you can't play it straight up. Now after we all sag, you got to be right out and I can't foul, so here we go. USA! Hands on your wheels! Hands on your wheels!
And disappointment already on the faces of the Canadian players. Katie Harnack there. Their medal dreams coming to an end here tonight. And if you're looking to pick a winner at the moment from the 4 teams left, who would you go for?
That's tough. USA and Germany would probably be my 2 favorites, but I've seen some great basketball out of Australia and the Netherlands as well. And Netherlands, one of the best transition teams I've seen in wheelchair basketball. So if they can really attack off transition, they'll be fantastic. Germany needs to shoot well, as we saw in our earlier game, to be able to really close things out. But yeah, Australia has several powerhouse players who can really finish strong in the paint. It can be really anybody's game.
Germany did not look like a gold medal team against Great Britain.
No, they absolutely didn't. And they have lost in 2 successive major tournaments, World Championships and Paralympics, but getting the silver medal. They are a veteran team, so they will, I think, make some adjustments.
3-pointer for the Canadians, not successful. And the Americans here can just play out time. Woodson-Smith underneath. McLaughlin, 3-pointer, yes! Well, a 2-pointer given in the end, but it's all irrelevant. America are into the semi-finals. They've beaten their old rivals here. An 8-point victory in the end. 3 very, very impressive quarters of basketball after Canada jumped out to an 11-point lead at the end of the first quarter. But 26 points from Desi Miller, the backbone of their success, and they will now play Australia in the semi-finals.
Yeah, absolutely. What can you say? USA played their game. They pressed well. All their coaches should be really proud of the job that they put in, as should Canada, as they did execute a lot of their game plan as well. Just unfortunately ran into some foul trouble.
Yeah, thank you.
But the US obviously had to work hard, but they weren't sent to overtime. They didn't have to expend a huge amount of energy to win this game, so they'll have the recovery time before they play the Australians now.
Absolutely. Both sides will be well rested. Both have very dominant players that can execute well from the floor. USA has outside shooting, a little bit of inside presence, and a great press. Australia, 2 great inside presences with terrific point guard play. So we'll see a great matchup, I think, in that semi.
So, success for America here, beating Canada to reach the semi-finals of the women's wheelchair basketball. So, coming up then, we have Australia against Germany. Australia against America, and Germany against Holland. Another big crowd here inside the North Greenwich Arena. And just confirmation of what we've seen here today. A big win for Australia, a comfortable win for Holland, a narrow victory for Germany, and a very impressive display from the United States of America. And now the gold medal matches beginning to take shape. Victory here tonight for the USA.
Thank you for being part of number 2012. Have a very safe journey.
Vive la France!
Today's show. Thanks for being with us. See you tomorrow.
Hey everyone, I hope you had a great time watching the games and those incredible athletes. Please drive safe, pick up your litter, and go home with a sense of pride.
Abbiamo
Goodbye
sbagliato.
everyone. Hope you had a great time. And please remember, mind the gap. It's very important. Bye.
I hope you've had a fantastic time.
Va bene, mi sai? Ma magari devo fare. Ah no. Yes. From the Paralympics.
This is the IBC Distribution Centre, Channel 10, International Stereo Sound for Television, right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre, Channel 10, International Stereo Sound for Television, right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre, Channel 10, International Stereo Sound for Television, right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre, Channel 10, International Stereo Sound for Television, right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre, Channel 10, International Stereo Sound for Television, right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre, Channel 10, International Stereo Sound for Television, right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre, Channel 10, International Stereo Sound for Television, right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre, Channel 10, International Stereo Sound for Television, right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre. Channel 10. International Stereo Sound for Television. Right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre. Channel 10. International Stereo Sound for Television. Right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre. Channel 10. International Stereo Sound for Television. Right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre. Channel 10. International Stereo Sound for Television. Right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre. Channel 10. International Stereo Sound for Television. Right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre. Channel 10. International Stereo Sound for Television. Right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre. Channel 10. International Stereo Sound for Television. Right channel.